and welcome back to some more You Don't Know Jack the Rewrite. My name is WW Dadman. You already know that. Let's go. Which of these would have been more excited?
Hello, you're playing the Rewrite. I won't pick on you for playing alone. It looks like life is picking
Honestly,
on you
what the
already.
hell?
Are you new to the Rewrite?
Oh, no such screen. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, no, I'm not new to the rewrite.
Ah, I am sorry. I almost didn't recognize you. It is good to have you back. In case you forgot, here are your buzzers. Please allow me to remind you that this is a non-profit fan project in no way associated with Jackbox Games.
Yep. You remind us of that every week.
And now, please enjoy the Rewrite. Perhaps we will meet at the bottom.
Perhaps. $8.95?
It's time for the show where hot culture and pop culture collide. This episode of The Rewrite is brought to you by Jinko Jeans Planters. Give your pants the room they need to grow, because your garden should be as stylish as your wardrobe.
What the
And
fuck?
now, ladies, not ladies, gamers, and millennials, please welcome Sam Feely.
How's it going? You know, my parents didn't have a strong enough computer for the ride when it first came out either, but that was less because of money and more because my parents are pre-boomer geezers who still think I'm Harry Damn Houdini when I open a PDF for them. Only 90s kids will remember
1990s,
these questions.
nice!
Let's ride.
I was born in 91. This
Buzz
should
in
be
for the
easy.
buck.
Ish.
Gotcha. Okay, coming up. Watching Pokemon evolve in real time.
Nice.
Not many fads of the 1990s endure to this day, but Pokemon is certainly
Definitely
one of them.
did.
One of the big reasons for that is how the game mechanics have gotten so much better over the years.
Yep.
Suppose the next Pokemon game adds a move that causes enemy Pokemon to collectively misremember their battles. What would the game most likely say when this effect triggers? It's Streisand effective, it's Mandela effective, it's Nobel effective, or it's Dunning-Kruger effective.
Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect occurs when a large group of people collectively misremember an event. It's named after South African President Nelson Mandela, who many believed died in prison in the 1980s.
Yep.
But can you blame them? There's over 1,000 Pokemon now. How do you expect us to remember them all, let alone catch them all?
I mean,
something big buck.
I
approaching
caught
our
them
next
all.
stop. Microsoft Windows 95, New York Jet Zero.
I literally have a living dex.
And we're rolling. Which of these apps would most likely come bundled with Microsoft Overton Windows 95? Psychic Outlook, Nuclear PowerPoint, Socially Acceptable Word, or Solitary Confinement? You fool! The Overton window is the acceptable range of political discourse within a society. But no matter your political
Never heard
beliefs,
of it.
there's one thing we can all agree on: Clippy f***ing sucks.
Yep.
Okay. What is this autopilot you speak of?
Roadkill.
You kids know what you're doing, right? Buzz in on the item that matches the pair of clues. And keep track of all the correct answers if you want to have a shot at the bonus. Okay, let's shift this thing into overdrive. Willy Wonka's factory and Tazonday's rain. Where do these items intersect?
Chocolate.
Quadrupeds have 4, and about to die equals on one's last blank.
Leg.
DC superhero, and discontinued animation in game medium.
Oh yeah, Flash, dang.
To help someone lift weights, and a stain on your clothes.
Spot.
Disneyland's mountain, and video game loading screen.
Splash screen, yeah.
Form of marijuana edible, and props for good deeds equals blank points. Score. Animal Farm second in command, and AC/DC song.
Is there... There is an AC/DC song called
Now
Squealer?
it's time for the bonus. What do all of the correct answers
Chocolate
have in
Squealer.
common? Are they all ska punk bands, original Beanie Babies, fashion trends that didn't age well, first gen Tamagotchi colors, My Little Pony characters?
That was the only thing that I could have thought of.
Beans.
What was it?
So what do Beanie Babies,
What the
NFTs,
fuck?
and your performance all have in common?
What the fuck is a
Zero
Beanie
value
Baby?
in the year 2024?
What the fuck is a Beanie Baby?
Well, you're clearly beating yourself.
Hey Google. What the
Pick
fuck is a
value,
Beanie
any
Baby?
value. Good shoot. All right, here's what we're doing.
Beanie Babies are small plush.
Morphin time for your career. Here comes the questione. Which of these would you
Never
see
heard
in
of
an
them.
episode of Mighty Morphin Texas Rangers? The Red Ranger striking out 10 batters in a baseball game, the Yellow Ranger scoring a hat trick in a hockey game, the Blue Ranger throwing for 400 yards in a football game, or the Green Ranger sinking 10 three-pointers in a basketball game?
I have no idea about fucking American...
You do know you're allowed to pick the correct answer, right? Yeah, I know you were gonna pick this one instead, right? The Texas Rangers are a Major League Baseball team based in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex.
Fuck if I know.
And yes, they are named after the statewide law enforcement agency, but there's enough propaganda on American TV these days to fill an entire year's programming block. And I'm just talking about Fox News. Okay, now stepping up to the plate. 90s music is garbage.
For the most part.
It's time for a celebrity trash question, and
Oh, no.
boy, is this
No!
stuff rotten. When you know which 90s music star's crap I'm rooting through, buzz in and type your answer. Good thing I brought rubber gloves. There's an Oakland Athletics clubhouse pass, a thank you note for a Grammy Award signed by RJ, a bunch of certificates of investment for random tech startups, and a well-worn pair of extra low-crotch pants. Ugh. Whose trash is this?
I have no earthly idea.
MC Hammer worked for the Oakland A's before his rap career, and his hit You Can't Touch This sampled Rick James's Super Freak and won the only Grammy of his career. He also made parachute pants famous and is a self-described tech geek who invested in a bunch of startups. Unfortunately, many of those
The
tech
only
startups
thing
followed the
about
same
that
trajectory
I would
as
have
Hammer's
known is the
career.
pants. And that could have been really anybody.
Rise and shine. Nice job. That was my allowance when I was 8. Your category is...
Really? Dude, if your
Yeah,
allowance was
space, hammer time,
$775 when you were 8.
So now that we've established that MC Hammer is a tech nerd, let's test out his other nerdery. If MC Hammer was able to access Hammer space, which of these would he most likely do? Hide behind a bookshelf at his mansion, download his entire music catalog in 3 seconds, pull a luxury car out of his parachute pants, or retrieve his career from a black hole?
Probably black hole.
Listen, if Hammer can manage that after 30 or so years, give him every Nobel Prize forever. Just make sure Rick James gets composer credit too.
I've never heard of Hammer Space.
Hammer Space is the instantly accessible pocket dimension from which cartoon and game characters can pull huge objects. out
Oh,
of seemingly
that's what
nowhere.
that's called.
The one thing MC Hammer can't pull out of Hammer Space, though, continued relevance. Talk to me, kid. It's honest work. Try this on for size. Easy.com, easy.go. Remember the .com bubble back when the internet was, good? Which of these would we not be able to see during a potential repeat of the .com bubble because it's not a real top-level domain you can purchase today? The .bible bubble, the .who's who bubble, the .plumbing bubble, or the .human bubble?
I don't think there's a .plumbing
I'd like
bubble.
a money sandwich. Hold the bread.
.plumbing is a domain.
Embarrass yourself. .bible, .who's who, and .plumbing are all real top-level domains. .human isn't, and why would it be? 90% of internet content is just robots soapboxing each other anyways. Now's the time. And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
This or that.
Limber up your fingers for a dis or dat. And this dis or dat goes by the name of everything including the kitchen sink. I'm going to list off 7 common items, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's been used as a musical instrument by Stomp or Blue Man Group.
Oh, come on!
You cash in for each one you get right, and you lose out for each one you get wrong or don't get to at all. You've got 30 seconds.
At least there's no both.
Up to get all 7. Get your fingers on those numbers. It's time to party. PVC pipes. Newspapers. Paint drums. Oil drums. Trash cans.
Dang.
A treadmill. An actual lip. Oof, so close to perfect. Couldn't dodge the toilet paper and paint splatter for much longer, eh? Hey, come on now, no rubbernecking. Back to work. How much is this? Well, it's not the size, it's how you use it, right? Uh-huh. Here's the category.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
You don't know Jack. Or do you?
I mean, I've played all of them.
Here's the pitch. Which of these categories might you find in the very first You Don't Know Jack game from 1995 because it refers to something that had already existed by that point? Pokemon do, Stop or I'm going NAFTA you, you're making googly eyes at me, or is it Austin Powers or Austin Powiz?
NAFTA or Austin Powers?
The North American Free Trade Agreement went into effect in January 1994, more than a year and a half ahead of Nate Shapiro's grand entrance. One thing you can't do in any future Jack games that you could do 30 years ago is fiber optic field trips, because anyone born after 1990 would rather pick up a live grenade than a phone call from a number we don't recognize.
That is correct.
Hit your buzzer and let... Next on the docket... Happy it happened, but glad that it's over.
Showtime!
It's 11:59 p.m., December 31st, 1999. What can we all agree is definitely going to start in 1 minute? The third millennium, the 21st century, a leap year, or Orthodox Christmas, 1999.
The 21st century?
Oh, you stupid son of a b****.
No.
Scholars and historians who are more pedantic than others will tell you that the 21st century and the third millennium started in the year 2001, not 2000, but everyone agrees that the year 2000 was a leap year. As in the year
I don't remember which years are leap years.
The Supreme Court
like, come on.
The presidency, and literally nothing has gotten better.
I was
since.
about to say the third millennium would also work.
Okay, how much? You ready for your clue? As if. Here you go. The crimes of the decade. Let's see if your record will be spotless after this Jack attack. Good luck.
Pablo Escobar. Oh, that was the cartel guy, yeah. Never heard this name in my life, so I'm just gonna fucking randomly guess. Tonya Harding? I have absolutely no idea. I'm just gonna... Hey! No fucking idea. I'm just gonna randomly fucking press until it comes up. I don't know, people. I don't know. Never heard of it. Oh wait, Milosevic was Serbia. I can't read that fast anyway. Never heard this name before. Anything frickin' anything that is frickin' US stuff is not going to be anything I know from back then.
You stepped on more rakes in a hardware store on that attack. Let's see if it gave your score a broken nose. Bruh, I have no words. Just get the f*** out of my face.
Rude? I will see you in the next one. And I guess you can also get the fuck out of my face. Bye.